Nick Baldwin for BloodyElbow.com here with LFA featherweight contender Nate Jennerman, who takes on Rafael Barbosa this Friday night in the main event of LFA 68 here in Prior Lake, Minnesota. Nate, appreciate the time. Big fight for you, main event. It was actually moved to the main event after your teammate Rafael Barbosa's opponent changed. She's now the co-main event. It has to feel pretty good being the main event.
Yeah, it doesn't change anything about the fight. I just got to show up and show out no matter what. But yeah, I was scheduled to be the co-main event. I lost my opponent. Raf lost his opponent. They felt like both of our new opponents, mine was the bigger matchup, so we moved me to main event and put him at co-main, and it didn't matter. We don't care who's main or co-main. We're just ready to show up and show out.
I think Rafael told me earlier, Craig, someone told me earlier, it's kind of Roufusport against the world, so.
Yeah, that's what it seems like. We got 5 guys on the card. We're fighting 5 different guys from 5 different areas, and we're just taking everybody out.
Do you like having so many teammates on the card? Does it almost get too much, or do you like it just because you're all training for the same thing, you're all cutting weight at the same time? It has to be a little beneficial, do you think?
Yeah, no, it was really cool, leading into the camp, everybody was really hyped up at the same time, everybody's weight was coming off the right way. We were just feeding off of each other's energy. It's been really good. And then tomorrow night, the first guy takes care of business, second guy takes care of business, and we just get the train rolling, and we just get it done.
And that momentum on fight night has to help too.
Absolutely, yeah. And we're ready to go, and everybody's ready to show up and show out. So it don't matter.
Rafael Barbosa, how much have you looked at him, figured out where you're better, maybe where he poses some challenges? What do you know about your opponent, and how do you match up against him?
Yeah, I did look up a little bit just to see, what kind of stylistically how he is and everything like that. He's very in and out. He's very athletic. He kind of relies on keeping that distance. So, just try to get right up in his face right away and take the fight to him. I think he's very good. He's slick on the ground, too. He's got subs. He's got TKOs. He's very well-rounded. He's coming from Brazil. So, he's got to be well-versed on the ground as well. So, yeah, this is a tough fight everywhere. But, I think I got the tools to beat him everywhere, too. So.
The weigh-ins were just a couple hours ago. The ceremonials, you both were very hyped up. He went up onto the stage first and yelled out, and you kind of did the same thing. Just sort of talk me through that. How it seems just being there watching it, you guys were very hyped up, it seems.
Yeah, we're both coming in for the same thing. This is the main event. This is a big fight. Both of us are on. He's on a 6-fight win streak. I just won my last fight. The fight before that, I fought for the title. Before that, I had a couple in a row. So, and out of my 13 wins, I got 10 finishes. I show up to show out. I'm trying to take the fight out early. I'm trying to get it done. I got 5 first-round finishes. I'd love to add a 6th tomorrow night. He came out, got hyped up. He missed weight, got hyped up. I think he was trying to punk me out. And, you're not going to intimidate me. This is my 18th pro fight. You're not going to intimidate me before the fight. So I'm just ready to go out there. You're not intimidating me. I don't care. Get in my face, whatever. It don't matter. Yell out.
Some fighters, when they're the main event or maybe main card, and it seems to be a bigger stage for them, bigger opportunity, it feels that way. To you, being the main event, does this feel like a big fight, or does it kind of just feel like another one?
No, it's a big fight. Looking at all my next fights, is the biggest fight of my career now. So, I've said it in interviews before, I'm 1 win away from going anywhere right now. So I just got to keep winning and, something's going to happen. So I'm ready to go.
You get the job done tomorrow night against Barbosa. What do you want next? UFC, do they come calling? Contender Series, do they come calling? LFA title again? What comes after this?
Yeah, you just said it. Any one of those 3. That's what it is. I don't see anything else other than those 3 options right there. So, I come away with a big win, whether it's a dominant decision or, I finish him. What else do you want? I got a career full of facing killers in the LFA. This is my 8th LFA fight, and I fought good guys the whole time. I'm not fighting slouches. I'm just, whoever they put out in front of me, I say yes to. It don't matter. I don't care.
Every fighter who has the goal of getting to the UFC, which is basically every fighter, some guys want to get there as soon as they can. Some guys want to take it a bit slower. Would you almost prefer to go through a Contender Series, just sort of that one next step up before diving right into the UFC, or are you just trying to get there as fast as you can?
Yeah, no, Contenders is Contenders is kind of a weird thing because you go and you fight in front of the smallest crowd you've ever fought in front of before. So I think fighting in front of LFA, it's a bigger crowd. You feed off the crowd. Nobody's crowd is as big as the UFC. So fighting in front of bigger crowds to try to get ready for that big crowd, I think is the best. So, Contender Series is a little weird because you're in a small room with not a lot of people. But, yeah, like I said, it don't matter where I go. I love LFA. They've been so good to me. Like, if I got to go through one more fight here, I got to go through one more fight here. If Contenders calls, they call. If the UFC calls, they call. I'm just ready for anything after this. But, I'm focused on Barbosa first.
Whether it's this fight or you have to take one more in LFA, you're very close to getting to the UFC Contender Series. Would you agree?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Last question for you, Nathan. I appreciate the time. LFA 68, Prior Lake, Minnesota, Friday night. You're taking on Rafael Barbosa in the main event. How do you get it done?
I want to say that I'm going to get my first knockout, but my track record says submission, so we'll see. I think it's either knockout or submission in the second round. So,
okay. Why second round?
He's game. He's really game. I don't think I'm going to, he's very good at keeping the distance. It might take me a little bit to get that typing felt out just right, and second round.
Nate, thank you so much, and best of luck on Friday.
Thank you.